brings me to my knees and enjoy lifts me high up on wings, and everything is bright as you move. Let your light shine all around. I'm captivated by your love, your love. I want more of you. Your spirit's alive. I'm awakened inside by all you do. I can't get enough of, I can't get enough of you. I can't get enough of, I can't get enough of you. I'm falling for you, I'm falling for you. And I'm falling for you, I'm falling for you. And I'm falling for you, I'm falling for you. And I'm falling for you. Can't decide by all you do. I can't get enough of, I can't get enough of you. Lift up your eyes, the King has arrived, he's among us. Open your ears, there's a message to hear, he is freedom. His love on display, he is mighty to save, he is with us. The King has come. The King has come. I see the light. I see your light. Jesus, power displayed in your presence. The place where we find our freedom. To shout out your praises loud. 'Cause nothing can hold you down. Open your hearts and welcome him in, he is for us. Lift up your hands in praise of his name, he is worthy. His love on display, he is mighty to save, he is with us. Our God is here. Our God is here. Jesus, power displayed in your presence. The place where we find our freedom. To shout out your praises loud. 'Cause nothing can hold you down. coming back to you, and I see that you run into me. I'm leaving sin behind to align my ways with heaven's, and everything's alright as you speak. Promises aren't failing, and my soul sings our praise of your love, your love. I want more of you. Your spirit's alive, I'm awakened inside by all you do. I can't get enough of, I can't get enough of you. So on and on it goes with grace, reaching all in its way. It brings me to my knees and in joy, lifts me high up on wings, and everything is bright as you move. Let your light shine all around. I'm captivated by your love, your love. I want more of you. Your spirit's alive, I'm awakened inside by all you do. I can't get enough of, I can't get enough of you. I can't get enough of, I can't get enough of you. I'm falling for you, I'm falling for you, and I am falling for you, I'm falling for you, and I am falling for you, I'm falling for you, and I am falling for you. Lift up your eyes, the King has arrived, he's among us. Open your ears, there's a message to hear, he is freedom. His love on display, he is mighty to save, he is with us. The King has come, the King has come.
Hey everyone, I study at Moeling.
Hey Soul, I study at Moeling.
Hi guys, I studied at Moeling.
Hey, I studied at Moeling.
Hey guys, I studied at Moeling.
I studied at Moeling.
Hey everyone, I study at Moeling.
Hey everyone, I studied at Moeling.
Hey Soul, we studied at Moeling.
Hi Sol, I studied at Moeling.
Hey everyone, I studied at Moeling.
Hi everyone, I study at Moeling.
Who is the King, holding the world in his
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning show. My name is Tom French, and I'll be with you for the next 20-ish minutes. I was feeling a little bit lonely not being at the real conference. Well, this is the real conference, the physical conference. So I got out all my old lanyards and I'm wearing them, and I'm feeling a lot more calm now. Before we get into anything else, we have to do our usual daily thing of having our inspirational quote. Here we have one today, which is from the Apostle Paul, which he wrote in his famous book, Influations. And this is from chapter 3, verse 12. And it says, "Dare to live the life you've imagined." Paul was always encouraging people just to reach for the stars, to achieve their dreams. And this he wrote to the influences of the Eastern Roman Empire, encouraging them just to go and live the life, their best life. And so that's what he wants to encourage you with today. Once again, I made that up just in case anyone wants to cancel me. The other thing I wanted to do today is that we have had some excellent memes coming in over the internet. And I know that not everyone understands memes. And so I wanted to show you one particular one which I found, which touched my heart, and which I thought I could use to educate you in how memes work. As you can see, this meme shows a cat sitting on a chair looking at some waffles, and the cat has written on it, "Me," and on the waffles it says, Tom French's morning show. Obviously what this is about is that there is a cat, and the cat is sitting on a chair. The reason why the cat is on the chair is because the humans are not on the chair, which it symbolizes that the humans are not in the house, because the cat has somehow overtaken the house, either kicked the humans out or eaten the humans. Not sure exactly what has happened. So now the cat is on the human's chair. And it says on the cat, "Me," which signifies that the cat itself has made the meme. And so this cat has made a meme, and the cat is looking at the waffles. The cat likes the waffles, but the waffles say on it, "Tom French's morning show," which means that the cat feels like that the morning show is like waffles to the cat. Now, if you notice, next to the waffles, there is a piece of like a container of cream, I think it is. The script on the container looks like it's in a European language, which means that the cat is very educated, which would also make sense because only educated people would feel strongly about waffles and Tom French's morning show. Lastly, you'll notice the angle of the photo. It is taken from quite high up. If it's taken from quite high up and all the humans are out of the house, you may be asking, well, who took the photo? That is an important question to ask. And that is the question that all the viewers are asking. Who is the invisible person taking the photo? Well, the answer is, if the humans are gone, then it must be a larger cat. This cat is living in the Tiger King's enclosure. There is a tiger there or a lion taking the photo. So I would like to say, and that this meme tells us that all the cats of the cat kingdom love this show. So thank you, cat, for making that meme. And if you want to understand any more memes, feel free to send them through and I can explain them for you. All right, now, to enjoy your day of enjoying memes, you need to know what's going on with the weather. So we have Emma, who is here to share the weather with us. Emma, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Tom.
Great. And whereabouts are you, Emma?
I'm in the beautiful French's Forest on the northern beaches.
Great. And Emma, what church are you with at Soul Survivor Online?
I'm with Ruach Church. We're a church of house churches.
Excellent. And have you got many youth along this week?
Yeah, we've had about 15 youth with us online every day.
That's a good number. And you are going to tell us about the weather. Why don't you do that now?
I am. So in French's Forest today, we've got tops of 24 and sunny. Over in Hornsby, we've got tops of 25 and also sunny. Out in Dublin, we've got tops of 21 and still sunny.
Emma, there's a snake. Emma, you have a snake on you. Emma, you have a snake. There is a snake. You have a snake on you, Emma. You have a snake. You have a snake. Watch out for the snake. Oh, goodness me. Cut the feed before this could be terrible. Cut it. Well, terrible things seem to happen to our weather people. Hopefully tomorrow's is a little bit safer. I need to calm down from that a little bit. My heart is beating within me. So we're going to have to throw the next thing, which is the yard, because we need to know how to enjoy our time indoors and outdoors. So here's the yard with Corey and Josiah.
What's up, guys? We're the Yard Brothers. Well, welcome back, guys, to the special segment called The Yard. Now, this morning, like you may have seen the other ones before, but just to recap what we're doing, this is a segment where you can perform trick shots and muck around the house in a safe environment, and we're going to give you some demonstrations of some fun things that you can do. What we want you to do is to record them, and then we want you to post them on either the Soul Survivor Facebook page or hashtag them with Soul Online 2020. There it is. There it is. So, Corey, what are we doing today?
Well, Josiah, you are showing us some trick shots that you can do around the house. So, rule number 1, remember what it was? What was it? That's right, parental permission. Rule number 2, remember what it was? Yes, that's right, it was don't break a bone. Rule number 3, remember what it was? Yes, that's right. Be good and hashtag Soul Online 2020. Thank you. Okay, let's go look.
Woo!
This is what I call the fresh TP trick shot.
He's done him.
Woo! You know when you drink your lemonade, and then you empty your lemonade, and then you're like, where do I put my lemonade? In the recycling bin. You know when you wake up, and all you feel like for breakfast is toast. Easy as toast.
Oh, sorry. Just getting my morning drink ready to go. We have to meet our speaker for today. We are meeting a famous worship leader who has had some mega hits. Now, I did an interview with him earlier in the week, and I'd like to share that with you now. Please enjoy my interview with Tim Hughes. Well, hello, Tim Hughes. It's good to have you here for this interview that I definitely am doing for you. My first question for you, Tim, is what is your favorite breakfast?
My favorite breakfast is Greek yogurt, raspberries, blueberries, granola, lashings of honey.
Gosh, that sounds like a good breakfast. Now, my second question for you, Tim, is what are you doing to make sure that you wash your hands for the prescribed 20 seconds? Are you singing a song? Are you vibing it? How are you making sure that you keep up your hand hygiene?
When it comes to washing my hands, I'm considering all the wise things that Matt Gelding has taught me over the years, calling them to mind, chewing them over, and being so grateful for his incredible input.
Well, that seems like a good idea. A little disappointing that Matt Gelding has only ever given you 20 seconds worth of wisdom to reflect on, but I guess that works. Tim, in your time, you have been a very successful worship leader, and you've written some songs that have been huge hits in the Christian realm. I'm wondering if you can share with me your most embarrassing worship leading moment.
Definitely the most awkward moment I've had leading worship was I was at a church in London. It was October, which in England means it's cold and wet and grey. It was an early morning service. As I'm leading, this guy walks to the front of this church, and he's just wearing a white shirt, trousers, no socks and shoes. He's got a white towel around him, and I'm thinking this is unusual. You know, usually people, dress properly for church. And he's standing at the front, and as he's singing away, arms in the air, passionately singing, he just begins to unbutton his shirt, takes it off, and then suddenly this massive hairy guy is at the front, worshipping away, topless. And either people are looking at the screen, the words, or they're closing their eyes, and no one is aware that there's a guy semi-naked in church. And then I see him beginning to unbuckle his trousers, and he's trying to pull his trousers off. And at this point, it's 9:30 a.m. in the morning. I'm terrified about what I think I'm going to see. No one wants to see that at any time, but let alone 9:30 on Sunday morning. So I scream at the leaders who are sitting at the side, saying, "Help, there's a man getting naked." They quickly run over to him, and they're trying to pull his trousers up. He's trying to pull them down, and in the end, they have to carry him out. And they ask him, why are you trying to get naked? And it transpires that he heard me speak about David dancing before the ark and just stripping down to his linen ephod and getting abandoned. And he thought basically my teaching was that everyone needs to get naked in church. So anyway, that was definitely one of the more awkward moments in the church.
Oh gosh, so you mean you're not meant to worship naked? I've been doing this worship from home thing all wrong. Well, I guess that's good. I have been feeling a little chilly, so I'll enjoy putting some clothes on. Anyway, your brother, Pete Hughes, the pastor at KXC, offered some advice to you earlier in the week, saying that as a pastor, you really should stop singing Here I Am to Worship every week at Gas Street Church. He said that it was self-serving. I'm wondering if you have a response to him, if you have any advice that you could offer your brother in pastoring his church.
Well, I'd want to say to my brother Pete, I hear he was quite rude about my song Here I Am to Worship, but I think if his church were to sing that song every week for a year, they'd see amazing things happen. I think it could be an absolute key to unlocking revival in the City of London. If KXC sang Here I Am to Worship every single Sunday, that'd be my tip.
Good. Well, thank you, Tim Hughes, for answering these questions that I definitely did ask you and not Matt Gelding. And I look forward to hearing you preach to us tonight in a message that is also definitely not pre-recorded. Well, there was another hard-hitting interview with another star of the Christian world. I felt very privileged to get that exclusive time with Tim Hughes, and you will get some exclusive time with Tim Hughes tonight when you tune in to The Gathering at 7 p.m. But, as always, we don't save all our Bible teaching for the end of the day. We've got some fantastic Bible teaching for you right at the beginning of the day. Now, you guys, this is going to be the longest one. This is going to go for about 4 minutes. So you're going to maybe have to stand up for some of it to keep yourself awake. My father, when he prays at home and tries to keep himself awake, he'll put his arm up in the air. So if you want to do that, it's good. If you fall asleep, your arm will fall on your head, and that will wake you up again. So maybe put your arm up in the air for this and be ready for some excellent teaching. Here is Gabby, who is teaching us a bit more from Ephesians chapter 1.
Hey guys, my name's Gabby Went and I'm a youth leader at Padstow Baptist Community Church. I've been a part of Soul Survivor for the past 17 years, but I've never done Soul online, so I am really, really excited for this week. I'm here in my Soul tent that we've built in my lounge room, ready for this week, if you can see it. And I am very keen to get into our devotion for today. So I'm going to be following on from what the others have done, and I'm going to be reading from Ephesians chapter 1, verse 19b, which is the second half of verse 19, to verse 20. So if you want to grab your Bibles and read with me, you can. That power is the same as the mighty strength he exerted when he raised Christ from the dead and seated him at his right hand in the heavenly realms, far above all rule and authority, power and dominion, and every name that is invoked, not only in the present age, but also in the one to come. So for me, this passage is really significant, especially just coming off last weekend, which was Easter, where we remember and celebrate Jesus' death and his sacrifice, and then his resurrection and his victory over death. Not only did Jesus die for us, this beautiful sacrifice of love and grace, he then freed us from the shackles of death, just as he did for himself. We no longer have to just sit in death. We get to be resurrected too, and we get to go and be in heaven with Jesus, which is just the most incredible gift that anyone can get. It gives so much hope. Something else really significant that stands out to me in this passage is that God's power is life-giving. God raises Jesus from the dead. He is literally giving life through his power. And God's life-giving power is not just for Jesus, it's for all of us as well. Again and again, God gives us life through freedom, through love, through grace, through mercy. There's this song that I really love by a band called The Rain Collective, which is a Christian band. It's called Your Name is Power, and it's talking about how God's name is his power, and it talks about what his power does for us. So I'm going to read a couple of the lyrics for you. It says, your name is power over darkness, freedom for the captives, mercy for the broken and the hopeless. Your name is faithful in the battle, glory in the struggle, mighty, it won't let us down or fail us. Your name is power. So that's the chorus of this song, and they sing it again and again. And for me and for us, it's such a beautiful reminder. If you're someone who's feels like life's a bit dark at the moment, or you're feeling captive, or you're feeling stuck, especially while we're in isolation, it can be really easy to feel stuck. Or if you're feeling broken or unsure or uncertain or anxious, any of these emotions that you're feeling, God's power is over them. God's power is freedom when we feel like we're captive or stuck. God's power is mercy when we feel broken. God's power is glory when we struggle. God's power is for us for these moments where we feel uncertain and unsure. And I just want to encourage you as we go through the end of the Soul Survivor Week to remember that God's name, God's power, God's love is all these things for us. He's there when we're feeling these things, and his power is greater than all these things that we feel. God's power is greater than coronavirus, and he's with us. And I just hope that that God can speak to you through this verse and this passage over the week. Thanks.
Thank you, Gabby. That was fantastic. Now, we've had a lot of concern online about whether Emma survived. We've had people doing hashtags, people lighting candles, people wondering whether Emma is okay. And Emma, are you okay?
I'm okay.
Fantastic. I was wondering if we could just meet a few of your reptile friends.
For sure. You've already met Monty the Python. I'm just going to unlock his cage. Give me 1 second. And he has already gone into his little cave to try and get warm. Oh, where's he gone? Oh, he's at the back there. Can you guys see him? He's just right in the bushes. He's in there. His name is Monty. He is a spotted python. And then over here in this one, we've got a cute little buddy. Give me 1 second. And this is Bentley.
Hello, Bentley.
He is a pygmy bearded dragon.
Oh, great. And, oh, good. That's fantastic. Do you have one more? I've heard there's one more there.
I do. Give me 1 moment.
Are we in your brother's room right now?
We are in my brother's room. Give me a second. So this one's a bit harder to spot. I don't know whether you're going to be able to see him. Right up the top here, can you see the lizard that's shoved itself in the gap? This is actually a little gecko.
Say,
Yeah. So he stays up here between the top of his tank and this foam block here to try and keep warm. Even though he has a beautiful enclosure to live in, he chooses to shove himself in that tiny little gap. Can you see him up there? It's very strange.
Oh, yeah, I can see him. Does he make a noise?
They squeak.
Ah, yes, I love gecko noises. It's great. Well, I'm glad you survived, Emma. Thank you for showing us all the reptiles, and hopefully you have a great rest of your conference. Now, what we always have to do... Oh, great. What we always have to do to finish up our time is to hear from the bigwigs of Soul Survivor. So now we're going to hear from Matt Gelding, Cassie, and maybe Peter if the technology is working.
Well, good morning, everyone. Great to have you here. And Tom, thank you for a great morning show. Cassie, we've got a big day lined up. It's Friday today. What's happening on Friday?
It definitely is Friday. Yay! We've got lots of fun things planned. So at 4 p.m, we're going to be getting moving again with Taz. And then we've also got some fun homemade trailers. So be sure to tune in because that should be lols. But Peter, what else is happening today?
We have some
website, so you can jump in with Gabby Went for discipleship, Jessie Skelly talking about being empowered to go on mission and change the world, Matt Gelding's going to jump in and chat to us about prophecy, and you can learn to encourage your neighbourhood with some chalkboard signs with Jamie Romke. So jump in there, but otherwise we will see you at 2 p.m. for Songwriting with Braden.
That's right. And then I was just playing my guitar there, air guitar. And then that's right. And it's 7 o'clock tonight, everyone. We have Braden and Matilda leading worship. And as you've heard, we've got Tim Hughes with a message. And we're going to catch up with someone who grew up, worked for, and now is working in a ministry here in Australia. Over to you, Tom.
That sounds fantastic. Well, we've got a big day coming up, so I'll let you go to that. But we have to finish off with the traditional sign-off that we say every day. Wash your hands as you sing along to Bookshelf Sam. Thanks very much. I'm Tom French. This has been The Morning Show. I will see you tomorrow.
His love on display, he is mighty to save, he is with us. The King is come. And